Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back here on the Metropolis map, and we're just outside the goods hub. Now, while you've been away, I've advanced the game by about 18 months, and I also did something quite exciting with trees, which I'm going to show you at high speed now in the space of around 45 seconds. Now, wasn't that exciting? Anyway, here we are, and we've found quite a lovely view to kick off today's proceedings. And as you'll notice, I've actually got quite a chunk of change in the bank, and no loan. Yes, for the last couple of years we've been making profit, and today we're going to spend it. I don't think that'll come as a surprise to anybody. Also, you'll notice that we have no warnings at present. I fixed up the roads that were lacking, and we're basically good to go. So I've got a couple of projects that I'm looking to deal with, for want of a better word. The first of which, I want to expand the hub because we want to be delivering goods out to Indianapolis, and I also want to make sure that we're taking fuel to Krakow, because we've already got that hooked up, so we might as well take some fuel out that way. As you can see, the new farm is already starting to deliver quite splendidly, and we've upgraded, or rather the production limit has upgraded on the food processing plant. So we've got plenty of food in motion. It is still prioritising delivery to Krakow, but it is not. It's not offering the same level of effort when it comes to taking stuff back to the hub, which is a little disappointing, given that the hub is distributing to multiple different towns, and I'd like to see that resolved fairly swiftly. The other thing that we're going to do, and I think we'll probably start with that first, is we shall talk about the European balloon, which is called the European balloon. It begins with an E. Is it called European, though? It has the word balloon in it. It should be relatively easy. This the Sioux Falls European balloon, as well you know. Anyway, we're running 3 vehicles on there right now, and well, that's about to change. So I want you to go back to the depot, and then you to the depot. Yes, we're going to do this from the depot. All you 3, depot yourselves. Let's follow this one and see where it gets us. The reason for this is that the 3.5 has become available, and since this is the European balloon, it makes sense to put a European train on it, and therefore we'll do just that. Now, where actually are we at the moment? We're just outside Barcelona, so we've still got a little distance to go just yet. And to be honest, I'm tempted just to rock the trains out before these 3 return, because otherwise we'll be waiting for quite some time. And as scenic as that might be, it's not exactly conducive to making progress in this episode. So here we are back at the depot. There we are, yes, and we'll come out of depot 1 or 3, as the name suggests, and it's really just a question of can we find what we're actually after here. The train itself, we go 62 miles per hour as a top speed. We will switch over to kilometers per hour at some point in the nearish future, but not today. Right, okay, so there's the 3.5. Now the question is, that'll do 62. Have we got some European wagons that are capable of the same speed? 6-axle car, that's American. There's some KKSTBs that I've added in. I added those as a new mod to the series. The fact that they don't have a thumbnail worries me a little, but I'm pretty sure that they work. Certainly, I've had no conflict warnings from the game, but they're Austrian. Now, unless we decide, well, let's have a look at what we've got in the Austrian capacity here. 56. Oh, maybe this will do better. Maybe this will do better. As much as I would like to run the latest technology up and down here, if I haven't got a suitable car, then, well, 31, no, that's never going to cut it. Compartment car, yes. It's only 37. So, what about you chaps? See, these all do 56. So they're entirely suited to the Austrian number that we've got going on. 62. Well, that answers that then, doesn't it? Right, okay, cool, we're going. 2.47 million. Right, now then, we want, I would say, 6 trains on here in order for it to actually work with the level of the route length, fundamentally. But when it comes down to it, no, that one, there we go. Yeah, this is, I mean, you know, there you go, that's quite a lot of money spent already. That's more money spent. What are we up to? 42 passenger, 56, 70. That'll do it. Right, how many of these can I have? 4. Oh well, we're retiring 3, we're putting out 4 and they're faster. We'll try that for starters. Now obviously we're going to sell the trains that come in as they arrive. Should have told them just to sell themselves as they arrive, I suppose. But yeah, there's none in there waiting. But let's do the usual and watch the new member of the fleet dispatching for the first time. There we go. Now, we could quite easily put more carriages on here, but the turnaround time is critical. Getting that frequency rate up to a suitable level is kind of critical. That's a nice view. It's kind of critical. And is it clipping that tree more than I'd like? If you caught it during the speed laps there at the opening, you will have noticed that I've done my best to kind of remove trees that were excessively clipping the track. Let's see if this next one interferes with it, or whether it manages to, you know, continue without too much aggravation. There we go. And there we go. Let's get up nice and close. And aggravation. Oh, only ever so slightly. I'll allow it. We'll say it's pushing the branches out of the way. But here we are watching quite a lot of steam action, which is the reason that we're here in the first place. Steam action is what it's all about. So hopefully with these new trains, the extra speed and the extra frequency that they provide, we'll see the European balloon actually start to pay its way, because historically it has not paid its way. It has instead cost us quite a significant amount of money, and that's not what you want at all. Now I've got the whole of my loan available should the need arise. So let's park it here for a moment. And this should be one of the premium train spotting locations on the map. There's a train, look. See, it is one of the premium train spotting locations on the map. And it's well worth doing. Right, okay, I'm going to leave this running. We have to stop back here in order to get rid of the trains that are coming in, and hopefully get our money back on that. I'm going to miss the steam age when we're done with it. We've got an eclectic mix going on here. No. Tell me about the train. Sioux Falls to Brussels. Oh, okay, fair enough. Right, okay, so let's let that do what it will, and we'll head out to the goods yard here and see what we can accomplish. Now, the reason for the expansion is, well, it's pretty straightforward, is that I need more trains coming in here. Let's have a look, and this is going to be ugly. If we up it to 8, let's not mess around. Let's say that we'll go for max capacity now, which is going to require some re-engineering. But actually I can at least squeak the station in without having to move the base of it. I was slightly concerned we'd have to shift it all this way, but the loss of 3 fields is going to be well, it's a bit expensive, but we're only going to have to do this once, and then from there on in we should be able to run an awful lot of traffic in and out of here. Just wait. I've stuck it into high speed so that we can get the cash in and hopefully get this upgrade put through. Oh, look at that for a bit of frame rate unhappiness, and that's just because we're running at top speed here. If we slow it down, it's probably because I'm also hovering over the upgrade button. There we go. Take it. Marvelous. Right. Okay. So next job is straightforward. Is what is the most plausible, likely, sensible distribution of platforms and trains and so forth. And that's there's going to be some mucking about here, isn't there? I can sense it. Well, I mean, you know, that doesn't make me clairvoyant or anything. I think it's highly obvious that there is going to be some mucking about. Right. So first off, let's have this lot here coming in on this side. Now there are 3 trains that come in on that bit of track, and therefore let's give them a platform each. We don't need all 8 platforms at the moment, but we certainly will do. So do we want to go out like that? I suppose. Does that make the most sense for... No, it doesn't. The most sense is made by removing what we've got already. So if we've got one on the way in, which we must have surely, then we'll halt it in its tracks, figuratively and literally, in order to make the adjustments here. Because there's nothing wrong with this viaduct. I'm a little bit... well, I'm on the fence as to whether to get rid of this dipped section. And I think you all think I should probably get off that fence and just fix it. You're not wrong, but not right now. I want to get some stuff. Running. Where are you heading to? Whoa, 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 whoa! You're heading out as well. All right. Make sure we haven't got one on the way in, and then we can adjust this track in one hit, which will be benefit. I see you're playing the game, are you? Well, that's nice. I'll tell you what. Actually, once you've done with that, get rid of the bulldozer. You unload and then depot. There you go. The reason I'm sending that to the depot is I need to take your eye off the ball for 1 second, and another train comes into the station. Okay, right. Well, look, keep your eye on the ball with your eye. Get this train out of there, and then no, you. Oi, stop. Pause. Thank you. Right, you put your brakes on. Good. Right. Hopefully that's left me enough time and space in order to fix all this up. Let's just make sure there's nothing coming over the bridge. That's more like it. And apply the brakes. Right. Okay. Now then, let's... yeah, I know. I spent a long time fiddling with this and getting it to almost work. And now... now we're going to have to do all of that again. But you know what? It was a lot of fun the first time. I don't doubt it's going to be an equal amount of fun this time as well. Right. You know what? It's tempting. Let's get you in. Oops. Yep. That's why we make a mental note to remove the bulldozer. Or something tremendously terrible has happened to that gentleman and his train. Let's just allow that back in. See what I meant to do. There's only a little bit of train left now. So it's disappeared into the netherworld. No. Thank you. Right. Unclick that. Click this. And then unpause. There you go. You should be fine. Yes? Good. Right. If I get that into the station, we'll pause it there instead. Because I'm going to realign some of these other tracks as well. And done. Right. Okay. Now then. Good. Are we happier about life as a result of that? I think we probably are. Okay, right, now then, let's get to work. Hold on, before we get to work, let's get rid of that bit and that bit. And then let's get to work. Right, okay, here we go. Right, Easy peasy. Job done. Hooray! Unpaused. No, 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 no. Right, so we're running 3 trains up here. Now, there will be 4 because I plan to split at some point the fuel train into 2. But I don't think now's the time to do it because we've got a ton of fuel waiting up there, but we've also got plenty of fuel waiting to be delivered out here. So I don't need that upgrade just now. What I do need is for these tracks to be able to work. By which I mean we're going to need some points. Now, the further I can have these points away from the station, the more flexibility it's going to give me for running stuff up and down it. Now, if I can get a diamond crossing on there, I'll be very, very happy. It's not that likely, but it appears to have happened anyway, and that's just terrific. Right, so then we can run another branch off there, like that. Except it doesn't need to be that close. It can go right to there. Magic. Right, there you go. 3 trains, 3 platforms. That will work just dandy. Is there any reason that won't work? Yeah, you don't need to rush all at once. Obviously, I need to assign platforms to all of that jazz. But that should be good. Let's do some of this while we're at it. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. It is going to block the points. It is going to block the points. But what this will allow it to do is hopefully it will allow the queue to keep moving forward. It's not going to block the points. This one is the one that's going to block the points. But as long as stuff can keep moving forward, I'm tempted to put really rapid, even more rapid than I've got right now, interstitial signals along here, so that everything can keep moving as quickly as possible. In fact, we'll put 1 set there. In fact, we'll put 3 sets there, so that if the train has finished its unload, it can come out of the platform and wait. That means it's as close to the junction as possible, therefore saving a little bit of time when it eventually gets moving again. We'll see. Right, okay, next up, let's just make a mess of all of that. Now then, where are we going? So, we've got the Detroit connection here, so that would make sense to come in on the next platform, which is currently being also used to unload oil. Alright, so we'll go to the next platform but 1. So we'll come out of this one here, and that's going to be my Detroit and other northern services setup. Now, what I'm thinking in the longer term is that I will have a second hub up, probably towards Brussels, certainly in that kind of area, and we'll deliver to that hub. Why are you? Oh, I see. You've got a bit of unhappiness left over there. I'm sorry to hear that. There we go. So I'm thinking. Well, we're going to have a look. Here we are. I'll show you. So if you think Brussels is here, right, now we need something so that we can distribute to Grand Junction and Dortmund and Barcelona and further north of that. And that might require a third hub, I don't know, here maybe. Would be kind of mountainous for Vancouver, Rill and Wolverhampton. But a second hub, and if you look at where the original one is, a second hub around, I don't know, maybe here. And then a third hub up there should allow me to distribute to the entire map. Because it's going to be far too slow to deliver goods in one shot out to Shanghai or Wellington, for example. And I'd quite like to, well, I'd like to give it a spin, whether it works or not, who knows? But I'd like to try it nonetheless. So that's my thinking on that front. Right, now you come out. Ugh, don't like that much. Do a bit of this. Right, and then. Well, we got lucky there. There was another train coming. And go around like that, which is actually an even worse curve than the last one, but it does preserve a little bit more speed. Okay, that could be worse. Now then, to get to Indianapolis, the smart move is going to be to come out this way, and then what? I mean, you know, you've thought about that. If we come under there and then emerge out here to a goods station, that lives about. You know what? I like that so much. I'm just going to set it up now. Goods. Do we want the small freight again? No. I mean, this makes more sense. So let's go with that. Do that, this, and whiz it around, and then smash it on there. Now, given the proximity of Indianapolis to the freight station itself, there's a high chance that this works pretty quickly and actually soaks up a fair amount of the demand that we've got going on. I mean, I'm speculating there quite heavily, but I feel fairly confident about it. Now, the only reason I'm fiddling with this is because that last bit of road would be better served just a little bit further away. Give me that again. Now we're going to have to hit the old loan situation. We're going to have to hit that pretty hard in a minute, but that can hang on, because we've got tunnelling and flipping all sorts coming up in the very near future. Right, I want an electric tram track on there, because apparently that's a thing that Indianapolis craves more than anything else. All right, that still didn't quite pay off. We've ended up with a bit of a wiggle there, but that'll do it. Now then, if we're coming out here, so this is this is my route to the depot as well. And to be honest, I ought to fix all of that now. So this is the goods depot, as you know, and it was only ever supposed to be temporary, but I've used it that often that I think it has earned the right to be a permanent fixture in the setup here. So let's see what we can do with this. Right, there we go. That's you've just become the guide track. I hope you appreciate the responsibility that places on you. Right, and then merge that one in. Okay, you've got no room to do this. None at all. If you want all 8 tracks to be able to reach that depot, you're going to need a lot more space than that. There you go. Just building my own confidence there for a moment. But why are you leaving bits behind? Stop leaving bits behind. Right, there we are. Now, get as far as about there. Right, and then do that. That is absolutely wretched. Right, no, it's got vehicles. Then we can't use that then, can we? We're just going to have to do a bit of that. And then see how we get on. Now, if you come out like this, wait. It really doesn't matter. We don't need them to be able to talk to individual tracks here. All we need them to be able to do is to get merged. Well, okay. Well, I clicked wrong there, didn't I? Get past. That's it. Yeah, get to there and then get merged. Right, and it doesn't matter if the merger is quite slow, as long as it all merges. Okay, right. Well, halfway there. Living on a prayer. Yes. All right, hold on. How about some alternative thinking here? Can we get... Yes, we can. Oh, well, that's brilliant. Okay, come on. In one. Okay, good. There's another one. Of course, there is, of course, the existing route here that we need to account for, and that's, you know what, this is going to actually look quite splendid if I pull it off. You run up there. Yeah, I think I'm fluking something that doesn't look too dreadful here. That's a surprise to me, and I imagine a surprise to you as well. So we need to get that over onto this one. And so far, everything has been happier if I go the other way, like that. There we go. Right, there we are. That's done it. Everyone can depot. Depots for everyone. And then I just need to slip switch this one. And that way, even the oil train can make its way to where it needs to go. In fact, that's not even the right one. But everything can work. In fact, you've changed that one's platform assignment. Okay, well, that's okay. We can fix that. See, watch us fix it. There you are, like that. Well, it's odd looking. Well, I know, but so am I. So, right, okay, that looks promising. Now then, somewhere in my bag of tricks, I've got some buffers. I paid for them with my own personal spending money. Hold on, where are they? Hey, look, buffers, people. Modern steel. Now, we're a little bit older than modern steel. Gravel. A gravel buffer will do the trick nicely. Now then, you are quite happy to spin on that way, but I suspect quite strongly that you would rather do it this way. You'd rather not. Oh, okay, there you go. It'll sit on there, but I think it needs a little extra, although it's probably got a little extra. No, it hasn't got a little extra. Let's put a little extra. There you go. Right, and then plop this on here in a way that looks sensible. See, I'd have thought it was the other way, because that gives the locomotive engineer there some kind of heads up as to, hey there, friend, end of track. Might want to, apply the old brakes. Which certainly, from my own train driving experience, is a valuable indicator to get. Yoo-hoo, end of track. Stop what you're doing. I find that to be jolly helpful. Right, it's just... I know it's been too long since I've had a good solid smoothing gun session, and doesn't that just feel better? I mean, arguably I smooth in so many different games that it doesn't really make much of a difference. Right, grand. There we go. That's nice. Now I'm going to need some some points going on here, because as this becomes used for other lines, we're going to need to be able to go on both sides of the track. But again, that is a bit of future thinking there. Have we now resolved everything? All right. Well, we've managed to get ourselves aligned with the depot. It might not be the most glamorous approach, but as you will have possibly picked up from the opening of today's video, my intention is going to be to gradually glamorize the map as we go. It's just a case of getting round to it. Let's put a signal on that, right? And then we'll put a signal on... No, we'll put a signal on there, because there's no way I'm giving a train that is heading back to the depot the right of way. That makes no sense whatsoever. In fact, there's no way I'm giving a train that is going back... No, actually, I'll leave that one alone. That's going to be fine. Get the bulldozer put away for a moment. Good. Is it, though? Is it good? Yeah, I think it is. I think this might actually be good. We've got to put the road back in. Okay. Yeah, see, look, everything's going... Whoa, it's all broken. It's fine, people. It's fine. Everything's going to be absolutely peachy keen anytime soon. Right, now then, before we put the road back in, let's talk about Indianapolis. Oh, no, let's talk about Indianapolis, which is just over there. Okay, right, well, here's my prospective Indianapolis line. So all we'd need to do here is take a branch after where we're going to put the road, and I suspect that road is going to become a bridge. We've got a tunnel there to contend with already. So once again, we are confronted with, do we go under or over? Now, if we went under here, let's price check this one, shall we? Let's go under there. I mean, it's going to be expensive no matter which way you cut it. That's not bad for a price check. Now, I think that's going... It is going under. Okay, cool. And what are you quoting me here? 3 million, give or take. Okay, that's not dreadful. You're going to need the tunnel entrance down here. Yeah, okay, right. Hello, Mr. Bank Manager. I'm back. Give me 7, and I'll try and have some change for you in a minute. Actually, I won't have any change for you. I'll spend it on something else. But it amounts to the same thing. Now, I don't want to go too deep here because doing so will probably mean that I run out of cash to get out the other end. And given that I've got room to play with on this side, I think we'll start at the other end. And then, hopefully, that doesn't lead to a bankruptcy-style situation, which will make everybody unhappy, including myself. Right, don't even think about going uphill there, son. We're going through the hill, ideally. Let's see if that gets the job done. Hello. Well, let's see if we want to accept that, because it's just offered it straight up within the budget that I requested. We've got some nice trees that we're going to knock down, but that'll make for quite a pleasing route there. And then we head into the tunnel just before heading under the track, and then we come out of the tunnel just pretty much parallel to the... You know what? It's not going to get much better than that, is it? Let's take it. There we go. Job done. Well, that was grand. Yeah, clearly that was meant to be, because the game did not fight me one iota. Just went, oh, you want one of those? Yeah, sure, have it. There you go. Have two, in case you lose one. Smashing. Well, that went considerably better than I'd anticipated. I shouldn't be surprised, of course. You know, I've got enough experience with this flipping game that it should just do as anticipated every time. Yeah, I know. I've got a smoothing fixation today. What can I tell you? A bit of that, some of this, a little shake of that, just to, you know, a frisson of that. Let's bang some trees in, because it's been too long since the tree gun has seen sufficient stardom in the show. We'll do that to go over the mouth of the tunnel here. Now, trees as decoration, they don't half make a difference. They spice the whole thing up quite quickly. You just need to be careful about doing what I've been doing, which is using it as the sole breaker upper of flat landscape stuff. So if you end up with a patch like that, it's quite obviously placed by person. So you need to, just a bit of that, and then it looks like, oh no, the game clearly generated that. It wasn't fixed by person. So pretend you didn't see me doing that, and then you go, oh, hasn't this map generated some nice trees? I go, yeah, it totally has. Yeah, absolutely nothing to do with me. That was all the game did that. I'm sorry. You are the weakest link. Right. And I think we've got another one here. Yeah, you will not pass. Good. Right, smashing. That looks nice. It's going to come in here. We're going to unload some stuff. Let's put in the truck link. Indianapolis, show me where it hurts. So actually, we're not far off the industrial area here. We've got a little bit of catchment within commercial as well, but the sexy commercial is all down here. So I think a possible two-stopper could do the trick for this. Right, so we'll do the traditional stick in a whacking grate goods truck stop type deal there, and then we'll stick another one in later on. Now, for those of you who are going to say, why don't you drop your goods off at bus stops? Firstly, I don't drop goods off at bus stops. You should know that by now. You've been around long enough. You know I don't do that. But I will start using the street side truck stops later on in this series when I feel they are appropriate. Whether you feel that they are appropriate before then or not, well, I mean, that remains to be seen. But I will feel they're appropriate at some point, and that is the point at which I will start using them. Right, what I want to do with this is I want to do that, but I don't really want to knock out 3 buildings in the process. Coming down there on a straight line is what I'm kind of after. Obviously, there's a big house right at the end of the T-junction. Yeah, too much to hope for it to be some, shack that they're just going to go, tell you what, give me a tenner or a bag of crisps and you can have it. No, they instead they decide to take every penny that I've earned so far, meagre though that may be, and stolen though much of it is. Right, on there. No, it's not really close enough. I think you might be going there, Mr. 160k, just so I can get maximum coverage on the stuff that already exists. There we go. I mean, it's that close to the last one that it's almost not worth doing, but it is worth doing, and therefore we've done it. So so there you go. Right, now then, line 2 is going to be Upper Indianapolis to Indianapolis Annex. Right, so this is going to be Indy Freight Commercial. No, it's not. Freight Industry. There you go. Always worth getting it right. There you are. And then one more from Upper Indianapolis to whatever ridiculous name this one has called itself. Indianapolis Branch. Of course it is. Indy, yes. Freight Commercial. Spanking. Good. Excellent. Yes, happy with that? We are happy with that. So I think we'll run 3 and 1. 3 and 1? 4 and 2. 4 and 2 I feel good about. Right, so trams. No, not trams. Trams, no good. We want trucks or whatever passes for a truck in this day and age. But we will put the depot right next door to the other one. Can I go, hi, buddies? No, you're not going to play there, but you will play there. That's just super. Too much curvature. Well, have just the right amount of curvature and try that on for size. Right, 2, please. Freight. Still not a lot of choice. Cannstatt with its additional power. We will go with 1, 2. And you can go on industry because that's nice and close. Indy Freight Industry. Go. Right, and then we'll buy 4 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And set Indy Freight Commercial. Excellent. Right. And then we shall buy a train to service that with the goods, as it were. No, literally, not as it were at all. That's happening. So we'll do that. Oh, how exciting! This leads to a great deal of possibility as far as this station is concerned for some proper glamour shots. Now, I am aware that I'm going to have to adjust every single line that's in there at the moment, simply because I've assigned platforms to everything that already existed. Yeah, you see, sometimes I remember stuff that I've done that is later going to haunt me. Of course, most of the time I don't remember any of that in the slightest, but today I've remembered everything that is likely to haunt me. And there's a lot of it. But I'm not scared. It's going to be fine. Probably. Indianapolis train depot. Of all of these... I see. All these passenger trains have decided for some reason to come into Indianapolis rather than back to the main depot. Well, that's their prerogative, I suppose, but okay. And never mind. We'll make it work. That's just what we'll do. Anyway, I need a good name for this. This is going to be, to be honest, I've already done this. Bulk freight. There we are. And we have set it up. Yes, we now just need to put a train on it. So who's living in here at the moment? We've got, that's my, yeah, okay, this is my cattle train, and I think we've had larger wagons available. That, meanwhile, we can sell the whole thing, because we don't need that now. Of course, I've probably foxed the other trains coming in. I mean, they shouldn't have a problem, but you never know. They might just kind of go, how do we get to the depot? They'll be fine. Right, I've already got Heavy Mogul on there. The question is, so I've got these boxcars. Don't sell the vehicle, because we still need it. What we want here is we want to buy trains, and then we go to freight, because we've got a new boxcar which does 75, and the Heavy Mogul does 70. Right, okay, that could be decidedly beneficial. Now, we had a capacity of 112 on there previously, so we ought to go higher than that, given that demand is picking up as well. So let's go for... Right, that's 108. Well, obviously we're going more than that. How much more? 180. There you go. That's tons. Make it work. Right? Okay, off you go. Now then, you are going to probably crack out... No, you're not. You're doing the hub's food. Now the question is, hub's food, does it understand where that goes? Hub's food. Yes, it does. Look, you see, it's got a broad understanding of... No, it might have had a broad understanding, but you closed the window a little bit quickly there. That's the stuff. Now, I need to put a set of buffers on that one. Do I? Yes, I do. Okay, good. Now then, let's fix the rest of these. There's Detroit, there's El Paso, there's some cattle trucking, which we don't need to work on. And what? Stations 1 and 2 are not connected. I don't believe that, but we're going to leave you down there anyway. Right, okay, so Detroit, we're going to change up your assignment. Give me the numbering on this massive great station, would you? Okay, right, so Detroit's coming in from there. Let's go with number 3. That's good. Okay, Detroit is fixed. And then what else have we got here? El Paso bulk is the pink line here, and that's coming in on number 8. Why not? You got there first, you can have it. Oh, the number 1, sorry. No, 8. Yes. You got there first, you can have it. Right, the fuel train is currently coming in on 3. Let's have it come in on 7. There it is, look. Yeah, all right, good. And then Sioux Falls, there we go, is currently a portion of number 2. Well, that's just not going to work, is it? How about you come in on number 5? There we are. And that leaves me 1 platform left for my my hub-to-hub switcheroo destination exchange-o, which is, you know, words that kind of make sense in some order or other. Right, we also just want to make sure that the oil train here is, I mean, as much as it's figured out that it's coming in on, what's that, 3? No, 6. That is 6. It is 6. It is happy with 6, and therefore 6 it shall have. Right, kill that, close this, kill these, and then we'll go and look at these trucks in a moment. But first... Oh, hold on, ELPS... cattle trucking. No, that's not this. Or is it? Oh, I think it might be this. Okay, that's why it's broken, because there isn't a road here at the moment. So we need to get over this bridge to Wholesome Farming. That's a nice name. That's the sort of name I'd come up with. And then we either go with 1 massive sequence of level crossings, or levels crossing, I think. No, level crossings, it definitely is. Which is fine, but I think it might be time to go up and over here. Let's give this a try. Now, I haven't got a lot of space to play with, so I'd be... Oh, no, it does appear to be willing to create something that is bananas. Let's get you lot pushed back to the bridge. Let's get you pushed back towards the shed, and then we'll try it again. Give it a bit more run up, and maybe we'll come up with something that looks a little bit less roller coaster-esque. Go on. There you go. That's promising. And it's quite steep, but it's not too steep, possibly. Maybe a bit of smooth gun over this side would ease things up a little, but actually I'm not... Yeah, I'd like it 1 lower, if possible. Yeah, like that. Where do I need to wiggle you to in order for that to work? Or is it just that the base pillar there is too big? I think it's that the base pillar's too big because we're too close to the station. So let's try it there. No, that's never going to work. Let's try it there. Right. Go on. And it's tall, and the slope is significant. Okay, well the slope can be less significant if I take it over that side, and then maybe, yeah, ooh, hold on, have we got a winner? We've almost got a super winner, but we've got a mostly a winner, and we'll take it. Now we just need to find something that is glamorous enough to get the job done. That's kind of glamorous. I really like that as a design. Despite the fact that wooden decking, once we're running proper trucks on there, is going to look a little out of place. What do we got here? Ooh, well, that's exciting. What's the next one on there? No, that one's not exciting. Oh, I see. These are these the originals? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, hello. That would be the business were it not for the fact that every train coming through this direction is going to clunk its funnel on the under railing, which is a crying shame, but there it is. Oh, that's excessive. I like it. We're taking it. There you go. Let's have something just ridiculously excessive there, and that will look grand. Now, can I remove this next bit without ruining everything for everybody? Now, I see what I want this to do is just, it's going to snake a little, but that's too snaky. Also, I think if we go in one, there you go, yeah, then it smoothed the curve out. So we've got a bit of a snake there, but it's not horrendous. It's semi-horrendous. Then we just do a bit of that, and everybody is celebrating all day and all night. Right, good. Now then, that's that done. I'm probably missing some signals here. Shouldn't need them, but I'm probably missing them anyway. Oh, you know what else I'm missing? I'm missing a train that goes to Indianapolis. Let's set that in motion now. What have I got? 80 grand. I don't think that's going to come up with the win there. Hello, bank manager. I'm back. Give me, sure, 7 million. That's sure to be enough, I hope. And then on there, I don't think we'll go with the mogul heavy for this one. How much is the consolidation heavy? 2.9 versus 2.3. I think we'll be going with the mogul heavy. I mean, the turnaround's going to be very, very fast. And it's not travelling over great distance. So actually, that would be a waste of money. I think a standard consolidation or the mogul, or a consolidation or a mogul. I think a standard mogul will do the job. Purely because if you're going to run something at high speed, let it get up to that high speed as quickly as possible, and then you'll benefit from an extended run that gets you there in short order. Now then, I can pay extra to get the 75 mile per hour tank wagons, but I think actually the little shorty wagon might be the way to go. It only carries 5. Where's the one that carries 7? Oh, have I not enabled stuff not expiring? Yeah, okay. Well, that's something I've not thought through, isn't it? Right, now, I was also told off for not putting my wagons in the correct order. You should always put your boxcars nearest the locomotive, and then your tank wagons after that. All right, don't make the same mistake I did. You're putting lives at risk. There we go. 21 and 60 ought to do the job. This is going to be quite expensive, because that mogul is not the cheapest train to run, but we'll run it like that for now and see how we get on. Indy bulk freight. There we are. Good. Right. There we are. Thank you. I think that's probably working. Train 37 is reporting a dilemma of some description. Where are you? You have no path. You have a path. Don't worry. Have a think about it. Turn it around. Turn it around. Turn it around. Go figure it out. I reckon you've just become a little confused. Yeah, I know. But actually that you're jolly fine. Okay, there we go. That will more or less wrap us up for today. Look at all of this lot. Now the goal is going to be to add more goods into this. I'm going to pay some of this back, That way it's still there for me to play with another time. We are profitable. Train 36. Hello, what do you do? Detroit bulk freight. Well, I'll tell you what, look, if you turn around, right, you'll find that it's just you're on the wrong platform. Okay, right, hold on. I was about to lead us to the end of the world there, but just hold your horses or you're going to get confused again. We're going to need to take you on a merry-go-round out this way. Like, actually, which side of this track is fully connected? They're both fine. So we'll put a temporary piece of track in here just for you because you're my special little soldier. Off you go. No, it's only going to off you go if you tell it to go. Go on, special little soldier. Off you go. That's it. Just don't turn right. That's all I'm saying. Don't turn right. There you go. Everything's going to be fine now. You can relax. Alright, smashing. Right, so let's delete that again. We don't want anyone accidentally heading up there when they shouldn't be. That will not do. Right, yes, that will do it for this time. I am studiously not looking at the European train because it's not really had. I've been paused for too long, so it's not really had time to get bedded in yet. So we'll start there next time around. Meanwhile, thank you very much for tuning in today. I've been Colonel Failure. Why not fling a like in this direction if you enjoyed today's episode, and be sure to subscribe so that the evil does not persist. I'll be back very soon with more that is very similar to this. Where shall we stop? Let's stop right about here and hope something happens while I say cheerio!